What's up, gang? Welcome to the grind. Get ready, it's a new day. Lose, learn, earn. My son just took up wrestling this past year. He's 6 years old, a first-year wrestler, so we're learning a lot here. And some of the coaches, and we're talking about winning and losing. And I remember speaking with my cousin, and he said, you know, in wrestling, you don't lose, you learn. And really, that's pretty much it in almost everything. You know, we're here in business as well, and that's a big part of our business is learning. And the problem with the whole process, though, is in order to earn, you got to learn. But the problem with that is most of the time, in order to really learn, you got to lose. Nobody likes to lose. And that's the hardest part. You know, being a parent, you know, watching my son learn, a lot of his learning wasn't learning, it was losing. So as a parent, watching your son lose and putting him in positions where you know he's going to lose is counterintuitive. As a parent, that's really not what you're kind of brought up to do. You're taught up to protect your little one. So as a father, you know, it's you think it's kind of crazy almost to set your son up in positions where you know he's going to lose. So we were talking, and my cousin, you know, his son has done so phenomenal. You know, Thomas and Luke, these two kids just pour so much into it, and Thomas has done so well. He got to a point where he really wasn't, you know, losing any matches. And I remember he told me, you know, that the coaches pulled him aside and said, hey, we're going to have to put him up against someone who's a lot older, a lot bigger, and a lot more experienced, because he has to lose eventually, or he's never going to learn. And for a second, you know, you would think that that's kind of crazy. Like, why are we you know, pinning as parents to line up our kid to lose, you know, and as it might be kind of difficult, you know, as a mother to watch that go through. But in order for him to get better, in order for him to learn, he had to lose. And at the end of all this, you know, lose, learn, earn, you know, these wrestlers, they're out there, they're trying to earn a win. They're trying to earn a championship. They're trying to earn a trophy. And before you earn anything, you got to learn a lot. And in order to learn a lot, you got to lose even more than that. So you know, I saw my son every single week. We got better every single week. He would lose, and I had the whole entire year. I made sure that in practice that he was going up against kids that were better than him. He's a first-year wrestler. I pretty much had him going against second-year wrestlers or kids that were a lot bigger than him. So this past week he went and he competed in a first-year tournament. And I'll tell you that I was pretty confident, because all year long he was going against second-year wrestlers. And I'm proud to say, I got to tell you, man, as a father, I couldn't believe to see the pictures, man. He went and took this first-year tournament and won the championship. And I talked to the coach that was there along with him the whole way, and he said, one thing I noticed about Tommy, about your son, is in practice, he don't really get up for practice. He's more of a gamer. Dylan, shout out to Dylan. Thanks for coaching, man. Heck of a coach. You know, and his feedback was that he really doesn't like the practices as much, but man, he gets up for the games. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because practice for Tommy sucked. I mean, practice for him was rough. I had him every single practice going against kids. He was he was crying in practice, slamming his headset down, his mouthpiece, getting very frustrated because he couldn't do anything against these kids. They were so much better than him. But I'll tell you what, man, it was tough for me to watch, but I knew at the end what was really being accomplished was he was learning. You know, by losing in practice is when he learned the most. And man, when he got into that tournament at the end of the year, it took 6 months to get to this spot. He was actually earned that first place trophy. And man, the whole thing we learned along the way, but I'll tell you, the whole process was just a learning process in general. We learned that in order to earn a trophy, first place, in order to do that, in order to earn, like in business, you want to earn income. You know, we got to take the same approach in life. So just in wrestling, if you want to earn those trophies, you got to go through all those months of learning. And man, it was painful, you know, to go through all the losing involved. But remember, that's the process. So, you know, lose, learn, earn. Thanks for joining us in the grind today. Get ready. It's a new day.